Hello Year 4 and welcome to Friday's video. So today what we are going to be doing is we are going to be creating our own Greek gods. So if you didn't know, the Greeks believed in lots and lots of different gods, a bit like the Romans did, who were in charge or had power over one particular thing. So, for example, Zeus was king of the gods, and he was also god of the sky and god of thunder. So his temper affected the weather, and when he was angry he would throw lightning bolts. And that was his most famous power, was his ability to throw lightning bolts. Okay, Poseidon is god of the sea, and he controls the water and has complete power over the ocean. His symbols are tridents and dolphins, and he lived on Mount Olympus. Okay, Hades is god of the underworld. His symbols are scepters and drinking horns, and he lives in the underworld. He doesn't live on Mount Olympus, and he actually has complete control of the underworld and all its subjects. Hira is the goddess of women and marriage. Her symbols are pomegranate and lily, and she was married to Zeus. Ares was the god of war. His symbols were spears and helmets. He lived on Mount Olympus, and he was a superior fighter in battle as he was the god of war. Athena was the goddess of wisdom, and her symbols were owls, serpents and armour. She also lived on Mount Olympus, and she was one of the wisest goddesses of them all. Apollo was the god of music, and his symbols were bows and arrows. He lived on Mount Olympus, and one of his special powers was his ability to see into the future. Aphrodite was the goddess of love, and her symbols included a swan and a mirror. She lived on Mount Olympus, and one of her powers was to cause others to fall in love. Hermes was the god of travel. His symbol was winged sandals, and his special power was speed. And Artemis was goddess of the hunt and had perfect aim with her bow and arrow. So, for our Greek gods, what I would like us to do today is come up with the name. We're going to decide where they live. We're going to decide what it is the god of, so what has it got control of, maybe, and what is its symbol. So for Zeus, its symbol would be a lightning bolt. So what is the symbol for your god? And what is its power? What can your god or goddess actually do? Once you have decided all those things, you're then going to write a descriptive paragraph about your god. So the descriptive paragraph needs to tell me what your god looks like, and it may also have a hint about your god's power as well. So I will explain how I did that next. Okay, so I've started off my description by deciding the 5 key facts about my god. So I decided that my god will be the god of rain, with their symbols being rain cloud and raindrops. I decided my goddess, mine's a goddess, she's a girl, I decided she will live on Mount Olympus because I've decided that she is going to be the daughter of Zeus. And because she's the daughter of Zeus, she can make it rain at any point, and she can make water drops appear from nowhere. Then to find the name for my god, I looked online, I searched Greek names, and Ophelia came up, and I really liked that, so that's what I used. So I'm starting my description underneath here, and I'm starting by saying the goddess stood at the top of the hill. But I thought hill sounds quite small and mountain sounds a lot larger and greater, so I decided to change hill to mountain. And I thought I'd put a comma or a semicolon after mountain, but it didn't go on, so if I was editing again I would change that. Water droplets dripping from her fingertips, which shows her power as the god of rain. Now, I really wanted my goddess to stand out, so I've said dark clouds surrounded her, making her pale skin stand out. But I thought pale was quite boring. I decided to change it to icy. Her icy skin stand out. Red ringlets. Again, red is quite a boring descriptive colour, but cherry ringlets makes you really think of a bright red. And they rested on her shoulders, shining like a star. And I liked shining like a star, but I thought glistening sounded better, so I'm changing that to glistening like a star to make it seem like she is glittery. She wore a purple, oh no, I'm changing that to lilac actually. She wore a lilac tunic with gold detailing around the edges, which flashed like lightning. See, that bit's a bit like Zeus, a reminder of her father. Now I'm going to put a comma before the which here to embed that clause. So my sentence would make sense if that clause wasn't there, but it also makes sense with it being there. So her presence was calm, yet powerful. I wanted to make it seem like as soon as she was in a room, everyone would just stare at her. So I've said, willing the world to watch her every move. I know I've spelt world right, that was a typo, but I will change it in a second. A dim light shone from her body. Here you go, I'm changing world. As if an electric current was running through her body. Now I've said body twice, I'm going to change that. But I'll finish my sentence first. A reminder she was not mortal. So I'm going to say running through her veins, so it seems like it's in her blood, not just around her body. And then I'm describing who this is. I'm saying this is Athena, goddess of rain, daughter of Zeus. And because I've said goddess at the end, I want to make it a mystery as to who my character is until I put that in at the end. So I've changed goddess at the beginning to woman there. And that is my paragraph. Okay, so that is what my descriptive paragraph ended up being, and what my god was and what its powers were. So once you have completed that, you may want to draw a picture to go with it, or you may just want to leave it as it is. So please make sure you describe what your god looks like. So what colour hair does it have? Maybe you want to describe what colour eyes it has, what is it wearing, and include your power in it. So I said there were raindrops dripping from my fingertips, or my god's fingertips. So if yours is like Zeus, the god of lightning, you might have a thunderbolt in your hand. It is totally up to you. And remember, once you are done, please send your work to our email address so we can see what fantastic gods you have all come up with. I'm so excited to see what you did. I really enjoyed creating my own god. I had so much fun doing this, so I really hope you do too. And have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you again next week. Bye!